First off, I would like to thank the Tea Party people for being here again and the organizers. They are allowing us across the nation to be able to emphasize the fact that the American people, we the people, are not going to accept our representatives doing their own thing. We will replace a variety of House and Senate members in 2010. Now here's an important question for everybody in this state. What are we going to replace them with? I drove from Moapa. For those that don't know, it's a 70-mile trip up here today. And as I drove by, there was roadkill on Interstate 15.
Harry Reid?
Don't we wish? Unlike the press and others who have to focus their efforts, I don't have to focus those efforts as much, and neither do the citizens of the state. It's very difficult for the press to cover everybody in the election. Because of that, sometimes the press may miss what's important. What's important is the primary election on June 8th, because that will determine what this state determines is the right answer for replacing Harry Reid. I mentioned roadkill. I haven't seen a poll, but I guarantee you, and y'all can say yes or no here today, that the roadkill will outpoll Harry Reid. So this is not about taking polls. This is not about who is in the lead of those that the press has time to cover.
Correct.
This is about what do we as citizens of this state want to replace Harry Reid with.
Yes.
Now here's some of the things that I would like you to think about. We have a lot of people who have recently become constitutionalists. We have a lot of people who have recently become enamored with making sure that we live within our budget. Where were they in the past? I ask each of you to go and evaluate the candidates and see where they were in the past. Now, I don't have a record for being elected because I've never run for office. I spent 23 years in the Marine Corps.
Thank you.
Then I spent 11 years managing projects as for a maintenance and operations contractor for the Department of Energy, indirectly serving. I intend to serve once again in Washington, D.C. Unlike many of those people who would like to replace Harry Reid, I believe in term limits. I will support a constitutional amendment for 2 term limits for the Senate and 4 for the House.
Yes.
That will allow we the people to reign in this nation once again. Unlike many of my competitors, I don't believe in no new taxes. I don't believe in the mantra. I fought the tax increase in a 10-year period with the help of many other House and Senate members that people just like you across the nation are going to replace our governments in Washington, D.C. with. I intend to see a 60% reduction in the size and cost of the federal government. A return to state sovereignty. Allow the states to take those things that have been usurped by the federal government and decide on a state-by-state basis if they make sense for that state to retain. If not, the state can get rid of it. We have gone down a path of socialism. That path of socialism has corrupted our Constitution. That path of socialism has corrupted our populace. No longer do we see those people who are going to college and going to high school taking and understanding classes that will teach them about the Constitution. I was approached 3 weeks ago during a Christmas party time frame by an individual who teaches governance in the state. He is prohibited from taking and using this document, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Magna Carta, or any other document as his basis for teaching the governance of this country. He has to teach from the textbook. He cannot cite from that Constitution or those other documents. Shall this stand?
No! Hell no!
I see a lot of my competitors who are trying to set themselves apart, and they speak about I did this, I did that, see, I did it too. On occasion, may make the same mistake. But I prefer we talk about we. We the people. I also prefer that we talk about such things that are unpopular as divine inspiration creating this country that we've got. I would leave you with a final thought. We have many people who talk about being conservatives. What does that mean? I don't know, because I can go to the dictionary and find several different answers. I can go to multiple dictionaries and find different answers. Whenever I say that I'm running for the office, I'm a strict constitutionalist, and it is interpreted from the Founding Fathers' writings and from the various period documents that tell us what they intended. Whenever I say that I'm for state sovereignty, that means that if it's not called out in the Constitution, specifically empowering the federal government, that means it's reserved to the states and the people. When I talk about fiscal sound policy, I am talking about we shall never again have, myself anyway, hopefully many others, vote for a bill that allows deficit spending. Whenever I say freedom and liberty, every time we pass a law, that takes away a little piece of freedom and liberty. We need to be judicious about what we pass, and I believe we must repeal much of what has been passed. Thank you very much.